Alrighty guys, good to have you back on another video of NieR Reincarnation, and today we have some news. Okay, so first off we have the new Abyssal costume. It is Abyssal Assassin. So quick thoughts on her. She actually has the highest attack in the game, so that's pretty ridiculous. Okay, so we're close to 10,000 attack. I mean, that is insane. Okay, let's just have a look at her kit here. The character skill is B-Gauge, deal 330% damage to one enemy 3 times, and that damage is increased by 100% when the target takes more damage from wind attacks. So the 330% is like the standard value as for EX costumes. So I know that EX Priet has 330%. Gale has 330% times 3, so this is pretty similar, but this Abyssal costume has the added bonus that this damage gets increased by 100%, so you actually deal 660% damage times 3. So yeah, this is almost 2000% damage, but it's separated into 3 hits only. So the 330% value is actually somewhat close to the value you get when you reach damage cap anyway. So if you do more damage than 330% per hit, you reach the cap pretty easy, so you never get the true value of your 660% damage multiplier here right there. So yeah, it's not that good of a character skill. So if it would be like, I mean, if you compare it to Celeb Yuri has 2000 damage multiplier, so close to Abyssal Akeha here, but her damage is separated into 5 hits and she deals 5 times damage cap, and Akeha only deals 3 times damage cap. So there you go. Decide yourself who has the better character skill right there. Then of course she has the increased attack and the skill cooldown time extended by 50%, one of the worst abilities in the game, and whirlwind acuity. So she gets more attack stats from wind affinity weapons. Her third passive is actually very good. Pursuit 20% on chains attack of 3 or more. This is very good, but yeah, her character skill is actually what holds her back here. And her debris is a loaded fleetfoot, agility up by 20%, but attack down for 20% as well. So this debris is actually not that desirable because yes, 20% agility up sounds a lot, but you can really realistically only use this debris on units like Celeb Demus or Summer F66X in Arena. So by that I mean you want to build them as fast as possible so they can go first, and then you can use their instant character skill after that. But you equip these characters with the subjugation weapons anyway, so you reach 90% temporary agility up before you equip any debris. So if you would equip this debris on top of that, you would go up to 110% temporary agility, but temporary agility caps at 100%, so 10% is wasted, and you can't really use this debris on a agility rusher in Arena because it has 20% attack down. So yes, you get a faster unit, but you also deal less damage, so the purpose is not really there for an agility rusher in Arena. But the main prize here probably is this Penumbra scar. So the weapon of Abyssal Akeha is actually very good, and I'll show you why. So it's not because of the skills, because 5 times blitz is pretty meh, and a self-buffing skill on skill 2 for 30% attack up for 30 seconds is not that really good. It's not really good as well. So, but the abilities are top class for subjugation. It has Tempest Boon, 30% more wind damage, and Pursuit 15% on chain attacks of 3 or more. And these two damage enhancing abilities on one weapon is top tier. Okay, so that goes to show that all the Abyssal banners, or all the Abyssal units, better to say, they are only really there for their weapons. Okay, I don't think there is any Abyssal character worth getting, but the weapons are actually so good, and this is no exception here. Then we go to the other two weapons on the banner, the Sublime Concealment. It is a pretty good support weapon for wind teams because it has the crush ability on skill 1, 15% more damage received by one enemy for 30 seconds when it's wind damage. And the second skill has the Tempest Boon, so increase wind damage by 30%, but only for 15 seconds. Ability 1, Tempest Boon, 30% more damage from wind attacks, and it has a timed Vigor, 20% for 60 seconds. So I would say it is a good support weapon for wind teams in Subjugation, but not that top class, okay? But it's not bad of a pick if you get one copy of it, and especially if you're like a lower level account, this weapon helps a lot for Subjugation teams. And the weapon for the tower content this time is a wind gun. It has the 10% AoE heal on skill 1 and cures one status ailment for each ally. And since we get the flooded tower 3, so a lot of water enemies, I guess we get a lot of poison inflicted on us, but we'll see that later once we go into the actual content, but it's just my assumption at this point. And the second skill is the Ripper, 30% attack down for 30 seconds, so you can stack that pretty good on a 19-second cooldown. That is pretty nice. It has toughness, 15% HP. This results in 45,000 HP. This is quite a lot. And it has Tempest Haste, so we see that with a lot of new gacha weapons, they have or they decrease the cooldown time by 10% if you have the right affinity main hand weapon. And since you want to use this weapon anyway as your main hand in tower content, this already reduces the cooldowns on your weapon skills here. So actually pretty good. What else news do we have? We get a resurrected event quest, the record Town of Deceit. This glyph is actually pretty good for newer players. He has an attack up, AoE attack up for 30 seconds by 15%, and he also has the Valiance, all allies attack up by 8%. So if you're again a lower level account, this glyph is pretty good getting as a support unit. The weapon, the Umbra 1945, is actually not that good, unfortunately. It is a defense-oriented weapon, but not that desirable. Here you can see the quest bonus we get if you have the right weapons equipped, according to the Ascension count. Nothing really new here. Some buffs for this specific record event, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we have a survey.